Hello and welcome to Soul Basics Soul Chat. Today we are talking with Jodi Raynes. Jodi is a poet and she wears her hat in many roles, including being a mom, a wife, a daughter, a sister, and a brand new grandmother. Although Jodi was born with spina bifida, she doesn't let that stop her from fulfilling her roles or achieving her goals. She also has many hobbies, such as gardening, diamond painting, and most recently, crochet. Jodi, I'm so glad that you're here with us today. If you're
Thank you for
comfortable,
having me.
oh my goodness, we've needed to have you for a long time, so I'm just so glad. If you're comfortable, could you please share with us what spina bifida is and what it was like being born with it?
Well, it's a birth defect where your spine is basically open when you're born. It's a sac of fluid, and you have to have it closed up right away immediately. And it comes with a lot of complications. Some people have hydrocephalus, which is water on the brain from it, neurological problems from it, urological problems. I'm on self-catheterization due to it. Um, so it has a lot of issues that come along with spina bifida.
Wow. Wow. And so did you when did you have that surgery? Like right when you were born or how
Right when
quickly
I was
after?
born, yes, when I was born, they have to close up your spine right away, immediately. That was
Wow.
tough on my parents because I was flown to one hospital while my mother was in the other hospital. And so that was tough on my parents. My dad
Wow.
didn't know, if he should stay with his wife or with his newborn daughter.
Oh, that must have
So
been
that
so
was tough.
scary.
Yeah, that was
So
tough.
scary. Wow. And so then with this surgery, are there other surgeries that you have to have afterward or was
I
this
mean,
it?
yes, there's urology is a major problem. Like I said, I'm on self-catheterization. I've had the sling procedure. I've had collagen implanted twice already in my bladder, and I still leak. So it doesn't help 100%.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Um,
yeah.
my
And then
goodness.
growing up is very difficult, when you leak and you have children, 10-year-old
Yeah.
year old children that make fun of you all the time because your pants are wet.
Oh, that must have been so difficult.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Yeah. And you didn't have the problem with the fluid on the brain or anything like
I
that.
did actually. I had the hydrocephalus. I had a shunt put in at 3 days old, and then again when I was 3 years old, I had to have it replaced because I started going blind because it was malfunctioning. But then when I was a teenager, it malfunctioned again, and nothing bad happened, so they just left
Okay.
it.
Wow.
It's just
Wow.
floating in my stomach. When I take X-rays of my stomach, you can see a tube in my stomach,
Oh my goodness. You would
so
think
it's
that
not
they'd want to remove
functioning
that.
right.
Wow. Wow. Um, so yeah, so you've had your fair share of surgeries
Yeah.
to work through this.
Yes.
And what I have so many questions and I don't want to keep I don't want to keep it too clinical. I want to know although I am curious about a lot of it. But I'm
Right.
but I'm really thinking how hard it must have been for you growing up, like you say, other children and making fun. And I know back in the day, kids or back in the day and in today, kids can be terribly mean. How did you cope? How did you cope with
Um,
that?
I'm not really sure. You have to get tough skin, I guess, because I also walk, I wobble when I walk from the spina bifida. So that
Okay.
right there, when you walk, you can tell that I have spina bifida right away.
Okay.
It's very obvious. And so I was called all different names like Weeble Wobbles, Don't Wobble, and something to that effect. They would say, oh, Weeble Wobbles wobble, but they don't fall down. Kids used
Yeah.
to say to me. And I was called Jodi Cripopoli on a daily basis in school, and nobody wanted to play with me. I hated after lunch you go outside and play outside. I hated it because nobody wanted to play with me.
Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry that you experienced that. And yet you are a shining light today. We were talking about this just before, we started this recording, how in the groups that you're in with me, you're always the first to say good morning to people. You're always the first to love their comments or their posts. And you're such a, like, honestly, a ray of sunshine
Oh,
to
thank you.
everyone in the groups that we have. What prompts you to be that person, to be there for others?
I guess because I treat people the way I want to be treated,
Yeah,
and like in one of the groups they show their artwork, and I really enjoy their artwork, and so I will tell them, wow, you did really nice, or I love this kind of bird or that kind of bird, if it's a collage of birds. And I just try to make them feel comfortable, and proud of their work, because I'm proud of their work.
yeah. Oh, and that's how the internet should be. That's how social media should be, is,
It really
just to
should.
bring joy and warmth and love to one another. Thank you for that. And I'm really grateful for you, and I hope you know that.
Oh, thank you.
And you're a brand new grandma. So you've got this little
Yes.
grandbaby. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Savannah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah, she's beautiful. I saw when you posted those photos. And you're a
Thank
poet.
you.
How long have
Yes.
you been writing poetry?
Since high school.
Oh, beautiful. And what kind of poetry do you like to write?
All different kinds. Some is dark, some are light
Yeah.
and funny, and all different kinds. I think it depends on my mood.
Yeah. Yeah. I think poetry for me too, it all depends on whatever the mood
Yeah,
is what comes out on the paper. And sometimes we got to get through that dark, don't we? We got to put that out
exactly.
there. And I think
Exactly.
once we get that dark out, that makes a lot of room for the light.
It really does.
It really does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so what is a day like for you now? What's a day in the life like for Jodi?
A typical day
Yeah.
um is basically just doing stuff around the house, whether it's the diamond painting
Yeah.
or looking at the garden.
Yeah.
Um, Luckily, it doesn't have all the weeds anymore. um, but just stuff around the house mostly.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. And what other things now do you experience, like with, like, either with or without the spina bifida, as an adult? Like, we talked about some of the things as a child. Have newer issues popped up for you? Have things been able to go away? What is that like?
I would have to say they stayed the same. I didn't decline, which I'm surprised, because as you get older, you're supposed to decline when you have spina bifida.
Yeah.
But luckily, I haven't declined, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. Um,
Yeah.
are your parents still with us?
My dad is, yes.
Yeah, yeah. He must be so proud of you to have seen, like, what you have gone through for your entire life. Like you said, it must have been so scary for him, not knowing which way to go. And
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. And I think you mentioned before you're a caretaker for your father as well. So
No, I'm not really a caretaker. We just all live together.
oh, you just all live together. Well, I'm glad that you can all be together as a
Yeah.
family. It's very reassuring, especially when somebody is not well. Um, Somebody else can help, and when they're,
Exactly.
and you can be there for them as well. So
Yes.
that's wonderful. Yeah. So when you do your poetry, are you a rhymer, or do you just, like, write your thoughts down?
Mostly thoughts, I would say.
Yeah.
Sometimes it rhymes, but I usually go for the thoughts.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Have you ever shared your work, like, in anything, like
Um,
in magazines, or
no,
sent them off? I bet you you could, and it
no.
would be amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't tried.
Yeah, I know you're an avid reader too. I'm always seeing the different things that you
Yes.
post. Yeah, that's
Yes,
wonderful.
I'm always reading.
You know, I'm grateful for you in so many ways. Can you
Oh,
tell us
thank you.
what makes your soul absolutely soar? What keeps you going?
My family, I would have to say.
Yeah.
The
What
love of
about
my
them?
family, having my son, and now he just had a baby. I think
Yeah.
that is fantastic, considering I was born spina bifida and I was given 3 years to live, and now I'm a grandma.
Wow.
That to me is amazing.
You're leaving that legacy behind. That's
Exactly.
absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Jodi, it's been such a pleasure to have you with us. Um,
Thank you.
I we would love to talk to you again. And maybe the next time we'll have you share some poetry or something. That would be really nice.
Oh, that would be nice. That would
Yeah.
be. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I hope you have the most amazing day.
Thank you. You too.